The government and the people who work for the government play entirely too much. Entirely too much. Okay. So I'm getting some assistance from the government because I don't have a job right now. Okay. And in order for them to give you some sort of assistance, you have to be either looking for a job or you have to be in school. Okay. And the thing is, they're like, you could be like, hey, I've been looking for a job, I haven't been able to find any. You know what I mean? They don't really care about that, right? So then they will send you through all of these hoops that you got to do, right? So they send me to the Hawthorne Adult Education Center because I'm like, yeah, I would love to go to school, right? And they're like, yes, there's a bunch of programs there that will help you out. And this is why I believe that we do live in the containment carousel, or whatever people want to call it, right? Because I wanted to do office work stuff. I am getting too old to be on my feet because this is a medical town. They want everything to go through the medical stuff, right? The other thing is they like to the other jobs that they can help you out, because it's a government thing. The government has to help you as a citizen or whatever, a tax-paying person. That's their job, right? So when they have these programs that you are applying for or you'll be a part of, they have to provide you those things if those things don't exist or if you don't know how to go about them, right? So then they set up these types of deals. They were asking me about my school and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we have these programs for like this office work that we do. And I was like, yeah, I would love to sign up for it because it's free here. Now, I can go to the local college and also go through it, but it takes so long at the local college, right? Like, it would take me 2 years to do something about being in the front desk when I've already worked as a front desk. I have that as anyways, that's not the point. So I was like, you know what? I'd really be interested in getting my 2-year degree. One of the things that requires in getting my 2-year degree is working on my math. I have been unable to get into college math. So, and I said that to whoever I was talking to who sent me here, and they're like, Hawthorne, the Adult Education Center, has math classes that can help you get into college math. I said, perfect. I would love to take those classes, right? And they're like, yeah, those classes are also involved in like the office work. You know, if you want to be like an office person or whatever, like, you know, like those case officers. All right. And if you want to do that and get that certificate here that that the big hospital here takes and the whatever government places takes, we can do it here for you. But guess what? They're not offering those classes until spring for whatever reason. Do you know what those classes consist of to get this diploma? It's you taking like basic writing and reading, you placing into a math, and then you doing computer classes. Computer classes is like knowing like what is Word, what is blah, blah, blah. These are all things that I know. And I'm like, can I test out of it? No, I have to take the class. Now, the math, the one that I really want to take, the one that I am like there for, is not available. And the only time it's available is when I am going to have to pick up my daughter from school, right? Now, could they help and put my daughter in some sort of a thing where they could pick her up from school and drop her off so I can take the math class? No, that's unavailable. My daughter is too old and lives way too close to the school. Can you, I just want to like, how is it that all the help that you can help me with is somehow just unavailable? Just unavailable. And this lady kept telling me, she's like, well, if you want to work at a hospital as a front desk person, you don't need to take the math class. The only time you need to take the math class if you're going to be a caseworker, like helping people filling out their paperwork. And, you know, when you call and you're like, hey, what's my caseworker? I need EBT. That's the only time you need math for it. But why can't I get the job now? I literally have worked. My last job was pager repair. So I would take pagers apart, put them together, fix them, configure them, install them. So like But like after a while, I was like, oh, baby girl, you want to waste my time. And I think the best part is the director also came and watched. And I want to know why. He said this was his first time. What's the word I'm looking for? This was his first time doing an observation. And he followed me from one room to another. There's other people that you can observe besides me. There's like other women. There's 4 other women right now testing to take the test. And I wonder what it is that they're going to tell them. But really what I'm feeling is they're not there to help. I don't know how to explain this. I'm not saying that they don't want to help, but I feel like their whole entire thing is to deter you from the help that they want to offer, right? Because like, why is the math class being offered at a time that nobody can take it? Why is it 2 to 3? It's actually, no. It's actually from 2 to 2:30. It's a half an hour for math, but it's an hour for basic computer classes, which is basically knowing what word is, how to send an email, how to receive an email, like, you know, things like that. That takes an hour. But me learning to get into college math takes a half an hour. And it can only be done at the time where I would have to pick up my daughter from school. This is what I'm saying. And I feel like when somebody's talking about the containment carousel, right? Because right now, if I wanted to get into phlebotomy, wide open. Anytime I wanted to. I don't want to be in fucking phlebotomy. You want to get into CNA work? You want to watch people in hospitals? Wide open. They got it for you. But because I want to do office work, they don't have it. But I also get the feeling, and I don't know, that they try to deter you from whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever it is that you want to do, they're going to find a way to not steer you that way. I don't understand how an adult education center does not have, like, I want to get into college math. How do you not have the courses to help me to get into that? And why is it attached to an office work program? I don't understand what the adult education is for. And why is it not available for you to be able to study on your own? You know what I mean? Like we can do Zoom classes. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it doesn't have to be this. But to be honest, I think what I'm going to learn is if the government wants to waste my time in order to give me benefits, I can waste their time too. We can keep doing this. Yeah. I mean, it's not till September. September is quite some time away from now. You know what I mean? I can sign up for them, maybe not sign up for it, wait, because I've got 6 months. I've been approved for 6 months. So for 6 months, we can sit here and we can waste each other's time. Because that's crazy to tell me that. And it's so funny because when they were on the phone talking to me, they were like, well, you have to come in within next week because there are so many people that want to sign up for these programs. They want to sign up for these programs, but you guys don't have them. And you have them in like the oddest way ever. And also, right now, you should be having classes for adults, and the school is empty as fuck except for people who are coming up to sign up for programs. Like, yeah, the whole thing doesn't make any sense to me, to be quite frankly honest. Right? And they were like, oh, well, we wanted you to take a writing course, but you tested high. Yes, I can get into college writing. I've done college writing. I've done it. I keep telling you, my issue has been the math. And why do they not, like, how is it not offered anywhere else? How is it not offered anywhere else? Like, I could go to the college. I don't, and the whole thing that they keep repeating, which is one of the things that I love, right? If you take it with us, it's free. You don't have it available though. It is free, but you don't have it available at a time that works for people. And you keep saying, oh, you pay for it out of pocket. Why can't the program pay for me to do it at RCTC. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to keep my caseworker busy, because this is the thing. She's going to have to, if I cannot do it here and I have to do it at RCTC, then what you could do is find a program that can do it at RCTC, because it's just the money, right? Take the money. I don't need the money. You don't need to put the money on my bank account. Take the money and give it to RCTC so I can get into the math course to help me get into college math. Right? I swear to God, this building is not here to help people. I know that government isn't, and it makes me upset, because government is literally people. So every single person in there, you're just a person. You're not like, you representing the government, it is not your own money. Like, you act like this is your personal business and you are personally handing out. It's not. The government is for the people. All right? I am a people. I want to help out my community, right? By not leeching off the government. But somehow the government is going to pay whoever just interviewed me and whoever was watching me I don't know if it's livable, a wage to basically not have programs open for individuals to be able to do. So I'm trying to figure out how that makes sense, right? How does that make sense to give people administrative jobs, to tell people that you have not been able to figure out how to create a program to help the people in your community? But you know what? Here's the thing. There's other ways, right? Because it doesn't have to be here. And I don't have to go through this program to be able to do it. There are other ways. There's like straighter lines. There's other ways to sign up for it. And that's what I'm going to find out, right? Because if I cannot do it here, then I've got to be able to figure out another program that I can do, because I don't have the time to be, and I'm sure the government doesn't want to give me money to go to college for like 4 years. So if I can do it in like 6 months, right? If I can test out of like college math in 6 months, or test into college math in like 3 months, why would that not be in the best interest of the government? It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. Right? It doesn't make any sense to not have like a curriculum that's in between these adults, you know, like the certain, because I know like sometimes it's not, I'm not the right adult that they're looking for, right? Because I went to high school here, I went to whatever here, so like I understand when they were like, yeah, you tested way too high to be here. I get it. Okay? I get it. There should be a program for people like us, between people who know nothing and people who do. And I think what's really funny too is that when they were looking me up, they were like, oh, you used to help volunteer teach English here. Yes. That's how yes, I do. I am a person who helps out the community. Yes, I've done it here and I did it up in the cities. Yes, I did. I do volunteer that way. I do be doing that. I don't just talk the talk. I do like to help out my community. But what upsets me is when my community does not help me. And my community does not only include Black people and people of East African descent. It also includes, and it's so funny because it was a bunch of I don't want to call them spicy white, but they're not white. They're not white, but they are white adjacent. Okay, and they are trying to come off as white. That's the funny part. I can definitely tell that. Right? But yeah, we'll see. But anyways, I guess my next thing to find out is how to get this college course going and see how the government can help me get my 2-year degree.